Crim here with another episode of Baldur's Gate. I've done a few things off camera. One thing you might notice now is the audio should be fixed now. I didn't know what ducking was or any of that stuff, so I've adjusted the game audio and everything else, so now the audio in-game should lower automatically whenever I'm talking. So hopefully it doesn't cause too many issues. I will adjust it as it's needed. The other thing that happened, I did what I said last time, and I stole some stuff from the Moonrise Towers. And I stole some stuff, I mean pretty much everything that had a name attached to it, and I will show the process for stealing there in a little bit, because that place was a nightmare to steal from. I haven't changed anything on Karlach. I am also going to respec Karlach, because I was misremembering something, which is a shocker for me. But the area that we're going to go to in this episode, in the Shar Catacombs or whatever, we will not be needing deception, except for possibly at the end. What I need is persuasion. So all this stuff, whenever I've thought, oh, it's perception because you're like tricking them into something. No, you're just persuading them to do it. So I don't know why one would be one and one would be the other, because it pretty much feels like I'm tricking him the entire time, but whatever. So yeah, I'm gonna have to respec for that and probably adjust a few things on her for that. One thing that's also really needed, I've noticed, I keep on failing insight. Insight is super important, apparently, and I have failed every single insight check that I've made, pretty much. Survival's not as important now, actually, though I can just change those out, hopefully. Okay, so one thing that also got changed. So you. So I went ahead and gave you the gauntlets back, and I took the acid gauntlets and I put them on Asterion. I also stole these two rings. I was thinking if I'm using Gale, I'll show Gale shortly. Ice puddles will now be all over the place, so having her not fall would be nice, and also this should negate most of the issues from this, the whole disadvantage on saving throws. So there is that. And I gave her guidance back, mostly because I don't have Lysel in this party and I need guidance from somewhere, but I might move it around. I might give this to her, and I might give guidance to Gale.
Quite ready for you.
So let's go ahead and put this on Gale, and I'll show you what he has. So I went ahead and made him an Ice Mage, respect him again, so he should be decent whenever he's actually doing ice attacks. I forgot to give him Mage Armor, so that's going to be something that I have to find, is just Mage Armor. I thought I had a Mage Armor scroll, forgot all about it, so I don't have it anywhere. I have to buy another one or level him up and have him have that. So yeah, this is the ring. Hopefully this triggers pretty well. And I gave him this thing. This is what Shadowheart had before. I stole this from the Bugbear. I'm going to try it out for a while because it does a lot of damage. And hopefully it can like really, really hurt things. If not, we can find something else. And pretty soon we're going to have pretty much our best in slot weapon anyway. So it's not going to be that big of a deal for long. For you, I went ahead and gave this. This is something I stole because you have Hunter's Mark. So hopefully this should make you hit more often. And obviously I gave the acid thing like I was talking about. And what else did I do? I found this, or I stole this, so we're going to try bleeding out for a little bit. Bleeding, I don't think is super useful. Yeah, so it just, they get disadvantage on Constitution saving throws. So that might be useful if he's actually going for a poisoner build. But that's just a temporary thing. I slotted in instead of this for some reason, because there are still a bunch of undead stuff and constructs that we'll be fighting pretty soon, so this actually won't be too effective. Okay, I think that's about everything for them. The only other thing is showing off Will. I got some upgrades for him. So he now will be doing thunder damage in addition to lightning and force and all that stuff. And the form of his thunder damage actually comes from this. His Eldritch Blast, hopefully, this will trigger multiple times like it does with the staff. And whenever you get 5 stacks of Reverberates up, it will do, what, 5 damage potentially, or what? It will do 1 to 4 thunder damage, so that will trigger all the other stuff, and it will also knock them prone, and because of his other stuff, oh yeah, it also gives them -1 to a bunch of checks. It should also push them back and a bunch of other fun stuff, so it's just something I want to try out, hope for the best. Yeah, nothing else really to say about that. Okay, so the things that I stole on top of that, I have a few of the items in here. There wasn't much to say about it. It was just stuff that I said last time I was going to steal it, just to get it. Even though I plan on never using it, it might come up in a build that I want to try at some points in the future. It's so weird that we can actually look in him. Like, we shouldn't be able to access his inventory. He's not a party member yet. So, I don't think there was anything else. So let's back out of this, and
Soldier.
I am going to go ahead and leave camp so that I can show you what I did. So, Moonrise Towers. There is a lot of stuff in here. A lot of people looking, a lot of eyeballs, but not right now. And the reason why is, I'll just show you,
Long way to go.
Shadow Hearts. I was using Shadow Hearts Minor Illusion to lure people into rooms, and then I just barricaded the doors. And because they're not technically in a fight right now or needing to get places, they just don't know what to do, so they just stay put in the rooms. So, like you, the goblins over here, they're just stuck here. I put the benches in front of them. The Blood Girl, she's in here. This guy, he shouldn't have been able to get through. See, he is supposed to not be able to get through this section because he was causing issues for me, but apparently he somehow snuck through. Oh, that's nice. Sometimes they glitch through it whenever you teleport. Blood Girl over here, whenever you steal stuff from her... Okay, he's just gonna be stuck in here. I have to move that, otherwise it's actually gonna be an issue. Blood Girl, whenever you steal stuff from her, she actually will not do anything, really. Like, she will if she catches you, so don't get the -1 penalty, but you see that little movement she does where she walks between the tables? I believe this is because I haven't done her quest yet, so she just hasn't really triggered her next phase. But if you steal stuff from her and then walk away, still stealth, just a little bit of ways, she won't go hunt you down. She'll just stay there, yell about how someone stole her stuff, and then eventually she'll go back to being normal. So, something to keep in mind if you want to steal from her. She's probably the best target if you get rid of this eyeball. So, let's see, what else? So, all the people here, what I had done was I barricaded this afterwards. I lured them in, barricaded these doors on the side so they couldn't get out that way, and then I lured them in with the cats, and then I put this in front of there. And when I did that, they decided to all go downstairs for some reason. They perceived that as the only path that they could take, so they all went downstairs. So I got like 2 guards to go down there, all the people here, and yeah, they're actually still downstairs. If I go down there right now, they'll start walking back upstairs because they're like, oh, I can go back upstairs. So that's pretty nice. Over here, I lured the merchant that was over there into this room, and I sealed them off. But before I did that, I got rid of the guards in here by luring them outside here. So I just blocked that off. The bench was enough. This didn't actually work. That's just there. The ogre here, she will passively navigate back and forth between here. As you saw, she did that little sidestep thing. What happened is, right here, she can technically, or we can technically path through here because it's open, but she is too large to do that, but she still thinks she can. So her pathing wants to go back here, but she can't. So she is now stuck in this loop here. If I remove this bench or this bench, she's going to walk around or whatever. This bench, I think we can leave this off, but I'm not going to take the chance. She's just stuck here now, and this is just so I can keep her reticle facing this direction because she actually will ignore the minor illusion. So yeah, this is a pretty easy way to just steal whatever you want by doing this. I say easy, this took me like an hour to set up. The only issue I have now is this guy right here will occasionally try and spot you if you like stealth too close, or if you use Shadowheart's ability to stealth, which does nothing. I don't even know what the point of this skill is. Wrap yourself in shadows and become invisible if you are obscured. I do that, I immediately get people looking at me, and it immediately dispels it. Because I guess it has some auditory cue to it. So that's one annoying thing. There was a guard here, by the way. He is, you can't really see him because I can't zoom out anymore, but you can kind of see the red right there on the shelf. He's upstairs. I lured him up there with the minor illusion, and then I broke the ladder. So now he's just stuck up there, and he's a melee guy. I am curious if this map will stay like this whenever we have to eventually do the fight here. However, I don't think it will, because some of the NPCs get teleported down here anyway, like the dog that's upstairs, he gets teleported down here, or she does. So, I don't know. I don't think that's going to be a major factor there, but maybe the barricades will still be in place, which will cause certain areas to be obscured. So, yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Alright. Enough of that. Oh, I also tested to see if there were any changes with the merchant mechanics whenever you're stealing stuff and then leveling up. They're the same. I was able to do it with Gale. I leveled him up after stealing stuff just to check, and yeah, he had all his gold back and different items and all that, so it's still in place to work like that if anyone was curious. If you can still do that really, really cheesy thing, you can, if that's your thing. So we're gonna go back to camp. and we are going to rest. Because there's a cutscene that I need to get with Gale. Not a very important cutscene, but it is a cutscene. So that I can get some rep with him, because Asterin and Gale are the only ones, other than Halsin, that I don't have any real rep for.
Alright.
And Halsin, I think you get rep with him automatically to max. Plus, we need to restock all our stuff anyway. So let's go ahead and get your cutscene. And hopefully the audio sounds okay for this.
I'm here on behalf of Gale of Waterdeep. He wishes to extend you an invitation for a private conversation in a more suitable locale.
Alright, very well, show me.
Gladly. Simply follow yonder path, and soon you will find him.
Nice. Alright, let's go. Now, hopefully it's not cutting the audio off too much. I'm gonna have to play around with it. This is actually my second time recording this because the first time it was really bad.
I love this time of night. There's an almost reverent silence that accompanies the peak of darkness, when you'd almost believe the dawn will never break. The cradle of eternity. The timelessness of lovers. That most beautiful of fantasies. Indeed. The curse is still present, of course. Just veiled and at arm's length for now. Not a trick I can repeat often, but tonight is different. This may be my last night alive. I wanted it to be under a canopy of beauty and wonder. I thought this place might bring me peace. I thought it might make the weight of what I must do feel a little lighter. But I'm not so sure.
Is it truly what you want to do, to die for the promise?
Babe or crone, coward or hero, death is assured. Mistra's forgiveness is not. If you knew the end was near, would you not want to ensure it had meaning?
I mean, my character's dying too.
Terrified. I will not claim otherwise. My face could scarcely conceal it, even if my words sought to deny it. There is no point in running from the inevitable. Better to meet it on my own terms.
Yeah, nothing is inevitable. We can face it together.
Yes. But there is so much to live for, and so few moments in which to house it all. Damn you. Damn you for giving me so much to care about. Our friends, our adventures. This would have been so much easier if it was just me. But it isn't. If there is a way, any way, to save all that's grown dear to me, I want to seize it. I just cannot fathom what that might be, other than to fail Mistra and condemn the world. Stay with me, will you? I don't want to think of it anymore, but I don't want to be alone either.
Okay, I'll stay with you. Easy rep. And my tail is clipping through the ground there. Nice. Alright, go ahead and get our speak with animals back. So we can get our shoes from Scratch, if it's still shoes.
The dog is unable to speak through the small
But you got a
bag.
Scratch.
I don't know.
Oh yeah, it's still shoes.
Maybe all I know is I thought of you when...
Yeah, pet the doggo and leave the doggo. And equip these, because they're just slightly different from the other ones I have. They're like shiny, while mine are like rusted. And everyone wants shiny shoes, I think. Okay, go ahead and talk to Gale again.
I was hoping to speak to you, as a matter of fact, about the night you were kind enough to keep this melancholy wizard company.
Yeah, go on.
I wanted to thank you. I was sinking into a dark place, but you reminded me there is still light in the world, if I should care to look for it. You may well have prevented me from doing something very rash in the near future. I count myself lucky to call you a friend.
I'm gonna have to turn this stupid outfit off. I was wearing it just for shits and giggles before. But, yeah, it's kind of distracting. Anytime, Gale.
Careful. I may just take you up on that.
Alright, and we'll talk to you about these, but I don't think these actually give me any rep, they're just lore things.
Alas, no. The charm
So,
Elminster
I'm gonna click
granted
through it
me
real fast, if you
requires
don't
my
mind.
death as making myself invulnerable, immortal, or in any other. Still, I see no harm in learning what we can about this night song. And if we she expects those who seek to... I doubt she's asked many of her followers to blow themselves. She wouldn't ask such a thing if it weren't our only means of survival. Oh, you know me, ever the optimist. Truth is, I was living on borrowed time already. If anything, I feel more at peace than I have in months.
Okay.
At least now I...
So just a few lore things. Sorry if it seems a little annoying that I clicked through that, but we got stuff to do. Alright, so let's get on and do it. Let's go ahead and teleport to the town over here. When I came here before, Raphael was not here. When I came here originally, Raphael was here. So I don't know if I messed up the encounter whenever I came close to here, if that caused him to bug out, and whenever I went over to the last light, him teleporting over there to talk to Maul, I don't know if that messed up the thing and he's just not going to give me the quest now. We can walk in and walk out, and hopefully that will trigger this. I still need to respec Karlach anyway, so we're going to do that in a little bit, after we're done with all the fights. And I also need to, at some point, find the wedding ring that's in here. I think it might be in one of these crypts. Like, if you get over here, like, there's the graveyard diary and all that stuff. Like, I haven't actually gone into any of the little crypts and all that stuff to actually investigate stuff. I know one of these crypts is somewhat important, but not really. It's just got a bunch of, like, treasure and lore inside of it.
They must have a stronghold nearby, or a temple.
Yes, they do. Treasure?
That's
Treasure.
curious.
It's worthless treasure, but it's still treasure. Yeah, just go ahead and take that. Potion of Invis, not the most useful thing in the world. Whenever they can just detect you through invisibility. All they have to do is look and it's be like, oh, there you are. Okay, go ahead and read this, I suppose. Yep, that's a book. Cool. And let's go inside. Yeah, normally Raphael is standing here singing or something, but yeah, he's not here now.
Sigils. Attempts to restrain Lady Shah's power, perhaps. Failed attempts.
More like to keep something in. Alright. Come on in and see what's going on. And we won't go too far.
Zerel, Minthara, whoever you are, leave. I shall carry out General Form's will alone.
See if we can get this. Not that it matters.
Symbol I spy.
Oh, nothing.
Poor fucker.
So we would have said that, oh, that's Murgle. If we actually saw what was going on here. I don't know if Gale's actually too useful here. I might have to swap him out for Will.
Damn, it's good to be alive.
Let's see, what do I have here? Go ahead and get this. This. A Warg Fang. The Vivisectionist Cloak. If I can take it. Come on, give me that. And this. So we're gonna give that to Gale.
Lovely day this.
And what this does is just give him temporary hit points whenever he casts a scroll next to someone.
Don't burn yourself.
Something to keep in mind.
Where to?
Not the most useful thing. Now, hopefully this isn't an important thing, an important investigation. We can come back with another character to try and force it, but I don't think it is. All we do is find out that it's like Murgle or whatever. That it's a altar to him, and we don't know who set it up.
There's a temple down there. Something lurking in there too. Fascinating.
Alright. And I think all the traps in here have been triggered.
Open too.
More to this place.
Easy. This place is hungry for blood.
Let's see.
Must be disarmed.
I think it is you?
A trap.
Hmm.
Time to dance.
I'm gonna save before this, but I think it is you, then you, and then you. That's what I think. I might be wrong, but I think it's you. And then you. And then you. But it actually might be the other way around.
Easy. This place is hungry for blood.
Yeah, so other way around. So you. Alright, the traps now work. That's cool. You. And then you. There we go. Didn't really take any damage from that anyway, so whatever.
A trap. Time to dance.
And there should be another chest here.
Must be the way forward.
As I said, I've already done this part before, and I'm having to redo it all. So it's kind of fresh on my mind. And we will teleport out of here whenever we get down here to the first main encounter. To see if Raphael shows up. I don't think it's too important for him to be there, but story, you know, if I can get the encounters, I will. In time for another inspiration. I really wish we had more than 4. I really, really wish we could have more than 4.
The gauntlet of Shah. Before my very eyes. The Dark
Shah,
Lady guided me here.
singer of
She
eternal
wanted me
night,
to find this
protector of the lost and forgotten. Cross from light into darkness. Give your life to the shadows. Offer your pain to Shah's embrace. Hear the night song.
Okay, now I am curious.
Must not be caught, must not be tricked.
If I can just do this, like force it.
Awaits the unworthy.
That voice. Is that Lady Shah? Looks like a trap there.
Yeah, I can just force this. I don't actually have to do the thing going around in circles.
Welcome, child.
So that's cool.
Follow my voice and prove your worth.
They kind of disable this during this too. Like, I tried initially to just teleport inside of here, but I think this was lit, so it made it to where we couldn't actually just teleport in there.
Best avoid that trap.
And on the side rooms, there's sarcophagi, but there's nothing of value in them. It's all just junk. I think one has like a busted wall, though, that we can get to a semi-secret location from, but also not too important. Let's get in here and do the first fight. And then we're going to teleport back to camp after this, so that we can respec Karlach. If Raphael's not out there, then oh well, we're gonna do his quest anyway. It just means that we won't be able to get blood from him.
You do not belong here.
Your mind upends. Somehow, in the decayed soup of this creature's brain, a tadpole lives. Another presence nurtures it, manipulates it like a puppet.
You plunder. You meddle. You upset my plans. Leave.
Kinda wish I could just outright attack them, to be honest. We're gonna turn to leave.
Stupid worm-infested cockhead! You have awoken the shadows! My forces are split. The defenses are thin. Rally on me. A wall of bone and blade against the darkness. Now!
And this is why I wish I had Will, because Will can like one-shot these guys. Okay, go ahead and pop you. And just start going to town on you. Because this orb needs to go ASA now. These orbs will constantly teleport in new enemies.
I'm ready.
So you need to remove them as fast as possible. This is somewhat of a tutorial on the actual encounter that's going to come up soon, where you have to deal with like 7 of these orbs at once.
Let's spill some blood.
And I think you can... you can't reach there. You'd have to use your bonus action to do that. Okay, let's go ahead and use our bonus action then. So we can get over there and destroy the orb now. There we go.
Creator, destroyer, swiftly now.
And I hope you can do what you have to do here. Because whenever I was testing him before, he didn't really do much. Disadvantage, disadvantage. Go ahead and try and hit. But you're immune to prone, which is great. I wasn't even thinking about that, but yeah, Karlach being immune to prone is amazing for his build. Hopefully it works out the way I want. Oh, I got that one too. Oh wait, I got that one because of the bull rush. My bad. So the idea, I mentioned before about knocking things prone with Will. The idea is that he would have like Hunger of Hadar set up, which causes them to have difficult terrain and has like speed reduced or whatever. And with Hunger of Hadar, if you get them in the middle of that and you also knock them down, it essentially makes it to where they aren't going anywhere. So he would be like pushing them back with the Eldritch Blast, and then he would also knock them down, hopefully, with Reverberates, and they would be in the middle of Hunger Hadar, and it would basically make it to where they have to spend their entire time getting up and just walking a little bit, and they'd never actually be able to leave. Because the biggest issue with Hunger is whenever they get in it, they just walk out, so you don't really get much use out of it in that form. So hopefully that works out how I want. If it doesn't, oh well, I'm not too upset about it. Yeah. Oops. Come on, you can shoot it. Really? You missed twice? Oh well. Not the biggest deal in the world. And you go ahead and just start wailing on these guys. Alright, so you saved against the stun. That's annoying, but whatever. Oh, nice crit. Really, really nice crit. Go ahead and finish you off, I hope. Nope, apparently miss. And that's with advantage.
There's blood in the air.
That is with advantage. Never a fan of that. Let's try your Hunter's Mark. Yeah, nice. So both of you are in this now, and you should take 1 to 4 damage every turn from that. Noxious Fumes. Really interesting effect. Okay, let's go for another. What? Oh, that's Shocking Grasp. Cancel, cancel. I wanted to go for this. Disadvantage. Let's see. Anything of value? We could do Lightning Bolts, but I don't really want to do Lightning Bolts. Just try it. Hey, crit miss. Yeah, Gale, you're really not failing to disappoint me. I mean, it is a cantrip, but he has powerful cantrips, so it's supposed to hit even if it misses. Like, that was one of the things I got with powerful cantrips, but maybe because it is a cantrip from a weapon and not his actual cantrip, that's why it doesn't count. Oh, nice. Well, good job, I guess. Yeah, go ahead and knock you down. I'm supposed to have advantage on those, too, with that halberd. Oh well. She is proficient in it, right? I'd probably need to check that. She might not be proficient in it. Yeah, go ahead and try and shoot you, I suppose, while you're on the ground. Just do a little bit of extra damage. Finish you off, I hope. Or miss again. There we go. That's one more down. And finish you off, I hope.
Hungry for the slaughter.
Asterion, go ahead and snipe. Right, I cannot use the Hunter's Mark because you decided to take 2 attacks. I always forget that. So let's try cantrips. Where are my cantrips at? Cantrip, 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 right there. So let's try this. This should deal half damage, even if it's... Okay, okay. I need to look at that. I am pretty sure I have a feat called Powerful Cantrips that makes it, or Potent Cantrips. Your cantrips become harder to evade. Whenever they succeed its saving throw, it still takes half of the cantrip's damage, but suffers no additional effects. I mean, shouldn't that have done something? Unless I'm not really thinking of it right. I'm used to the potent cantrips from... Go ahead and hit them. I'm used to the potent cantrips from Solasta, where you can use, like... Come on. You can use it on, like, the Sun Cleric or whatever, and it will always do half damage with, whatever the light cantrip is. That, not light, but the one that does, like, radiance damage or whatever. I don't know. Either it's bugged, or I'm just not using it right. But I could swear that it would work with that at least. Whatever. Advantage. Not advantage, but reckless. And we're just gonna run over here.
Heading out.
I love that movement. That's so nice.
My faith will protect me.
Go ahead and give him a smack. And then teleport right over here. Okay, teleport close enough, I suppose. And then go and give this one a smack.
Focus, strike true.
Get right in its face.
Go for the throat.
You, I think you can just do this. Yeah, noxious fumes. And we should have Hunter's Mark. I totally forgot. I did that in the wrong order again.
Victory's assured.
Oh, well. Not that big of a deal. Go ahead and try this. Hey, crit miss. I'm going to remove Gale from the party. He's not helping out enough. We're going to add Will back. I think Gale's reputation is high enough with us, and I don't think he actually gets any rep from this location. So, there's that. And did we keep all the skeletons alive somehow? I think we did. Normally I at least have one skeleton die, but oh well.
Need to learn the hard way.
Try that again, please. Thank you. Okay, regroup. There is nothing to loot from any of the skeletons, if I recall correctly. There is a gilded chest over here, though, that has decent stuff. So let's take this. This is decent, I suppose. The obscured thing is kind of hard to trigger, though, because, like, knowing when you're actually properly obscured is annoying. Like, as far as I know, there's, like, I'm holding shift down and that shows me where it is, but it'd be nice if it showed me on the character portraits, too, on the side. There might be a feature where you can enable that. But yeah, it's just a little difficult to know whenever I can actually do that. But let's go ahead and go back to camp, and whenever we leave camp, we will be going to the teleporter before. We won't just return to camp, so that we can hopefully get Raphael to spawn. And we are also kicking Gale out of the party. Because, I'm sorry, Gale.
I feel the weave growing more distant by the moment. We walk Shah's path now. Best we don't spend too long in her shadow.
I question the wisdom of that decision, but so be it. I'll be here in...
Yep, see you, Gale. Where are you, Will? I just need you in the party so that you can actually deal damage.
Shah's domain indeed. Despair and discarded memories. That's the
Yep, thank you. And where are you, Asterion? Where are you? Oh, is this you? Yeah, that's you. I'm gonna talk to you too, see if you have anything to say. And of course, we'll talk to, Shadowhearts and... Yeah, Lysel doesn't matter.
This temple's... well,
It's a rundown bearing the weight of centuries sort of grand, which is my favorite kind, incidentally.
Nice. Alright, and let's talk to... Talk to you. You probably actually have stuff to say, not this random stuff that they're saying.
The Gauntlet of Shah. I can't believe it. I can't believe we found the Dark Lady's sacred crucible.
What do you think of it?
Overwhelming. Worship of Lady Shah is usually discreet by nature. Her holy sites have to be modest, well hidden. But that place... I never knew such grandeur had been built in her honor.
I mean, we could see it. In Act 1, while we were in the Underdark, in the Temple of Shar there, you could actually see this temple in the distance. That was what was, like, over the cliffside where we couldn't get there. That was, like, one of the entrances to it.
I know. I can scarcely believe it's real. But I saw it with my own eyes. Felt the polished stone walls raised in Lady Shah's honor. Normally, it would not be for me to pursue becoming a Dark Justiciar without a superior's command. But this is different. My lady wanted me to find this place. I know it.
Why? Because you happen to travel with us? I mean, literally, there's no reason for you to go in there, other than the fact that we have to go and do some stupid thing. And there is an importance for you to be in the party, though, for that. Okay, oh, was there something else I wanted to talk about? There was something else there I probably clicked off too early. Oh well. No rep from her, but we're already maxed out. Lysel? Lysel? Where's Lysel? Where is Lysel? Huh. I actually have no idea where she is. Oh, there she is. This is one of those weird camps where they make it difficult to travel. Anything to say?
Shah's spirit lingers here.
So, absolutely nothing. Now, Lysel would actually be decent to bring as well because of Lathander. I'm just not gonna. I mean, she would really trivialize the entire thing, to be quite honest. Raphael, are you here? No Raphael. Yeah, just no Raphael, I guess. We've ruined that encounter. Oh well. C'est la vie, I suppose. Let's go.
Let me at it.
It shouldn't be that big of a deal. It's just we kind of sequence broke that a bit. Because when we get in here, we're going to have to deal with Raphael's mission. But because we don't actually have the thing unlocked, like we haven't talked to him about what the mission is, I don't think we can get what Asterion needs. Asterion needs to talk to Raphael to get answers about the tattoos on his back. But you see, the problem here is no Raphael to ask about the, thing. So hopefully he teleports in afterwards and he does a nice kindness for us and does it for us anyway, because technically we do not have an agreement with him. And, the devil's in the details with Raphael. So he might be like, oh, thanks for doing this for me. I'm not doing anything for you. See you later, suckers. I don't know. It's hard to tell with this. We will get a prompt that says that we never met Raphael afterwards. Hopefully we can run into him again later. For the Pale Elf quest chain. If I recall correctly, that's what it says. And to get down to the later part of Act 2, which is down there, we're gonna need multiple orbs. I think you can also, like, Yeetus yourself down there, but it's difficult, to say the least, to line it up right, because you can technically see the bottom there. Now, there are also a bunch of mice all around the area here, and the mice are actually tied to this quest here. Oh, I forgot to respec Karlach. Rip. But we can do that here shortly, because I don't want to have to go back and forth. Oh, right. And Gale technically has my my amulet for guidance, so we technically don't have guidance right now. So let me get that back from you, Gale. I'm glad I came back and remembered that. You can have this back. And Will,
The pride of the gate.
you have that, so you can't use it. Can I use it? I mean, I'm using this, but I don't really use this, you know? Can I just guide myself from now on? I might as well be the one to guide myself.
Come on, let's go.
Just touch myself for guidance all the time.
What's cooking?
Alright, so let's go ahead and first off, let me look at my build. I'm happy with all of these, I suppose. Do I have anything that's boosting my strength? I have this that's boosting my dex. Oh, that's adding my full dex modifier. Just checking what I can drop and what I can add. I think we are good. Yeah, okay, we're good. So let's go talk to Withers about changing some stuff up.
Fate, dost thou require a new ally?
As respect. Because I need more insight and I need more not deception but persuasion this time. If we knock you down, we get 2 points. And can we do anything with those 2 points? Can we just move this over here? My strength takes a decent hit, but my charisma shoots way up from doing that. I can take you out, and there we go. How about something like that? It's not the most ideal set, but it's something. Constitution, we want to leave so we have 1 extra AC, or do we want to drop that? You know, we can do that. Yeah, we can just leave that, like, eventually Constitution's going to be a dump stat. And I'd rather have more insight because I keep on failing all of my insight checks. Like, insight apparently is really important to find secret stuff, but I fail every single one of them. Animal handling, I don't really need as much of. I'm going to have perception instead because the shield I have gives me advantage on perception checks. And animal handling, not the biggest deal in the world. Okay, continue. It's good for if you do not have speak with animals. But I have speak with animals, so yeah. What's that, danger sense? Yeah, so I can tell when things are going wrong and I can get advantage on dex saves or whatever. Gonna keep Wild Heart because I love knocking things down with the elk thing. And no piercing. As for the feat, we can go ahead and get this to get an extra charisma and a con, just to boost that up. That's what I'm thinking of doing anyway. You can also go skilled. We'll probably go skilled later on, but for now, ability modifier, and we will boost you and you, so that we can be as persuasive as possible. Act 2, for me, is just all about this one encounter that we're about to have. Everything else is just something to do in the background. So let's see. We're getting an extra attack from this. Do we want to have an extra attack? Plus fast movement? I think we're going to trade that out and go for the rogue now. Of course, am I actually using rogue for anything? I mean, I am getting the extra movement from that, but maybe we should just try and just stay barbarian for a little while. See if that's just better for me. Yeah, we're gonna stay barbarian for a little while. See if that's good, because we are gonna have to respec again in the future, and I would like to have the other feats unlocked too, and that's gonna either require me to have 4 points barb, 4 points something else, or just 8 points barb. Animal aspect of elk. Grant yourself and nearby allies extra movement. If you're poisoned, frightened, or charmed, at the start of your turn, 50% chance to begin raging without expending rage charge. That's interesting. So I could potentially, like, just drink a poison potion or whatever, and then potentially get free rages whenever I want. That's actually kind of potent, if that works the way I'm thinking. Huh. Okay, when bleeding or poisoned, you also may, yeah. Proficiency and stealth. Add your strength modifier to attack rolls. Stallion. Dashing, gives temporary hit points. It's kind of worthless. Also kind of worthless. Also worthless because we have boots that pretty much negate that. We have a shield that does the same thing. So yeah, the only one that's really interesting is the honey badger. If you can potentially poison yourself, you can have a chance to constantly, you know, just get rage. I don't know how useful that'll actually be, but it might be useful. What does this give me? Feral insight or instinct? Can't be surprised. That's actually pretty useful. And a subclass feature, which is what exactly? Difficult terrain. That's nice. Can't be slowed by difficult terrain now. That's really useful. That's a feat in itself that I would normally take if I was a rogue. But for now, let's go ahead and get skilled, so that we can put this into persuasion and insight and whatever else we need. Let's see. There's not too many other things I could take that I'd actually care about. I mean, we could go for deception again, so that we have the trifecta: the deception, the intimidate, and the persuasion all at once. We are the main character, so having a charisma stat that's actually more than 0, or -8, sorry, not -8, 8, is actually beneficial for us, so we will eventually respec again. We've lost a lot of damage from this character, unfortunately. But when we respec again, it should be in Act 3 at that point, because there is a necklace that we're going to have on that sets our constitution to, I think, 21 or whatever. So then Constitution can be a dump stat. So, something to keep in mind for then. Let's leave camp. And I hope that we can do this without having any issues. I will save scum this if I have to. I hope I don't have to, but if I have to, I will 100% save scum this. Because this is a really fun encounter. And honestly, this is the highlights of Act 2 for me. This one scene. And it's actually kind of important for Act 3 in one area too. And
need those gems.
Potential endgame stuff.
Ambush and a devil.
Like it might be epilogue related. Hey, kitty.
What's this? Fresh entertainment? But you're too fresh for this place, aren't you? You've got the stench of the hells about you. The stench of home. And a whiff of the surface besides. A servant of Zariel, if I'm not mistaken. I'd know the stench of her infernal machinery anywhere. You trying to borrow back home, little rabbit?
Not at all. What do you know of the infernal machine?
Only what I can smell. And whatever engine burns within you is grinding to an inevitable explosion. Burning and fear. You reek with it. There's something else. Almost hidden by your fear stink. Cherries. Musk. And sulfur. Raphael! I can smell him all over you. Where is he?
Well, he's not outside. Trust me, I checked multiple times. Wait, you know Raphael?
That perfume trickster swindled me. Trapped me!
I think we're talking about different Raphaels. The one I know is a really nice guy. He's a painter. Okay, he wants you dead? We don't know that. Huh? Maybe we can help each other? There's nothing stopping you from leaving this place. Now, if we were a thief, we'd actually have a rogue. We'd have a rogue option. So there's nothing stopping you from leaving this place.
Ha! There's my word. I agreed to a contract, one that hasn't yet been fulfilled. Where is he? Spit it out. Now!
Well, tell him we owe the devil nothing.
Alright, so this is actually important because he did not talk to Raphael outside, and Raphael did not give him the ultimatum. He doesn't know that. Otherwise, he'd be like, tell him everything. We have to get rid of this guy. Come on, destroy him and all that stuff. Or don't tell him everything. You know what I mean. He immediately jumps the gun and wanting to kill that guy. He's like, why are we even conversing with him? Okay, let's share experience about Raphael. Help me with the infernal engine and I'll tell you.
I deal in blood and bones, not cogs and wrenches. Tell me what I wish to know, or you'll find that out firsthand.
Okay, let's share experience. What's going on with Raphael and all?
Bargaining, are you? A Karator warlord once tried the same. I made him watch as I ate his concubines in young, then fashioned a codpiece from his skull. Besides, I told you already, I'm bound to this place. Either I fulfill the contract, die trying, or forfeit my freedom. If I leave this place now, I'll become Raphael's slave.
Okay, so Raphael is devil. Okay, yeah, and he can be tricked, there's loopholes, contracts, blah blah blah. Cool.
Raphael is no foolish story devil. His mind is different, sneaky. Listen. Spill all the blood sworn to the night. Silence all prayers. Smother each rite. Wander Shah's halls, hungry to slay. Leave no justice here, alive to obey. Leave none to hear it, then be set free. This song is your oath. Swear it to me.
Nice.
Well, that explains where all the Dark Justiciars went. The final lyrics linger in your mind. There is a trick buried within them, a clause that cannot easily be fulfilled.
That's it.
A pretty tune for a contract that says, kill all justiciars.
Pretty much. Contract is a song?
Parchment can burn. Oral agreements aren't worth the tongues they're waggled out upon. A song lingers.
That's a fair point.
Raphael made double sure of that. I can't forget the damn thing so long as my word's not finished. I did as instructed, but the song still rattles about in my head. The contract still stands somehow. If I break it, I will become Raphael's slave forever. Anyway, enough prattle. The lyrics are clear. All who hear the song must die. Time to die.
So one thing about it, if you select this thing, you're missing something. Let me search the place. There's actually a bunch of rats in the area, and those are actually Justinians that have transformed themselves into like a collective hive mind thing. And it honestly makes no sense, and when I was playing it as the Dark Urge, I messed up that somehow because I dealt with the rats after dealing with this guy, so I told him to go somewhere else, and I didn't actually get anything out of it. So I don't know what was going on with that. They still like accosted me. They're like, you need to leave this area, you're not allowed here, you're poking your nose on too many locations. And I was like, listen, you want to be like Rat Stew? And they're like, oh no, we don't want to be Rat Stew, so they all like ran away. We'll probably see it again this time, because I'm not gonna select this, I'm gonna select this one. Because this is the funny one for me. And it's actually the useful one for Act 3, which I'm not gonna get into too much detail about that. You'll see it when we get there. Let's go ahead and add this to myself. Oh, please be enough. Yeah, that's enough, good. See, I thought this was a deception thing, because you would think that this would be deceptive, you know?
The Merigons. They barely have a thought to share among themselves. But they do have ears. Kill yourselves. Back to the hells with you. I still hear it. Seems your theory is wrong.
Nah, you're not finished yet. You know that displacer over there? You know your little kitty cat? Hey, a 20. That's nice.
Kill Nessa. Stay very still. My beauty. I still hear it!
Well, there's one person left. Oh, can we do this one? We get advantage from being a barbarian. Now let's see if this works. Yeah, we knocked that one out of the park.
If you're wrong about this, I'll claw my way out of Avernus and eat you alive. Contract be damned! Nicely played, Raphael. Bastard.
That silver tongue of yours is dangerous. Bravo. Can't believe you actually pulled that off.
Yeah, first attempt too. Nice. Hey, and we got some insight. Or inspiration, rather. Does it actually show me? Oh, well, yeah, expose the half-truth. There we go. Nice. So these guys are actually what we're attacking in the Underdark area as well. The ones that we could find the masks of. It was them.
How very devilish.
I feel like we should wrap up the episode pretty soon as well. Keep everything congested. Not congested, what am I saying? That is a bad adjective to describe this scenario, considering all the dead, like, organs and intestines and everything else all over the place. Uh-huh. Okay. Possible inflict burning when hitting a target with this weapon while hiding or invisible, and it is a hand crossbow. I mean, that's useful, I suppose. Hey, another inspiration. Totally useless. And these are the kitty, or sorry, the rats. The Rat King, look at that thing. Just sitting on the podium. Look at all this. It can sell for something. Come on. Oh, you actually got scrolls and such. That's nice. I think I'm gonna make Gale into a paladin instead of a wizard. He's just not that good as a wizard for me. I don't really have the good spells for him, but he just keeps missing. How's it going, Rat King?
Unworthy. Unworthy to walk among friendly bones. Leave!
I really just want to kill him. Yeah, we'll do this one.
Try it. Lot more guts than you'd expect. A lot more.
Fine. Just because otherwise they just leave the area and don't do anything for me anyway. I'm just going to... Oh, can I just mow him down? Do I have something to do that with? Yeah, they only have like 1 health each, so I'm just gonna Rajay and then just dash into them. Ah, they ran away. Yeah, probably shouldn't be doing that, but I honestly don't care. If it actually gives me a unique encounter for actually fighting them all, that'd be nice. And all they do, if we tell them to go away, they tell me where a treasure chest is that I've already, like, looted. Like, you don't need them to loot it, if I recall correctly. The loot in there is pretty lackluster as well.
Let's march!
So, I don't really care too much about that. I probably should, but, oh well. This was his lair, so this is his hoard. Heavy chest, is it trapped? It is not trapped. Okay, Bardic Inspiration. That's a thing. Does that just give me 1 extra bardic inspiration whenever I use it or something? Restore bardic inspiration. So, I guess once per long rest, yeah. So that's pretty worthless, to be quite honest. I mean, even if I had a bard right now doing bardy things, I don't really see the use of that. So I think the hidden area was over here somewhere. I don't know. I'm not too keen on getting it. I remember the loot being in it really, really worthless. So, let's keep going. Or it's down here? It's somewhere. Does not matter, that's where it is. Okay, so the actual gauntlet for Shar, gonna take a minute, to be quite honest. It is not a short thing. Really, really annoying how long it can be. Yeah, that's a back door. Because it's either going to be really fast in certain locations or really slow. And it all depends on how stealthy I want to be. Can you get up here? Guys, can you... Okay, fine. I have to bring you up manually.
Defender of the people.
What I mean by that...
Heading out.
Is one of the parts of the trial requires you to like stealth through a bunch of enemies without triggering anything. Another one requires you to open up a like mausoleum sort of thing, and you have to put the right book in there, and you have to like read all the books to find out which one it is, or just get lucky. Or you can just like use knock on the door and it opens automatically and you don't have to deal with that nonsense. But you still have like enemies in the way of it. I originally snuck through there. With my my Urge character. I used Shadow Hearts to stealth the entire thing.
Wait.
So, hi. What's up?
Nothing. Nothing's wrong at all.
Yeah, go ahead and talk to Shar.
You detect the gentlest of presences disturbing the temple's ancient, stale air. It seems to encircle Shadowheart, welcoming her.
See, this would have been really nice if we came in here as a Shar cleric, but of course, the devs, they had to remove that as an option whenever the game went live. We can only be a Sulu Knight or whatever. What's going on? Tell me. I found something, a present. What was it?
My lady. Shar. You may have felt her, but I heard her. She gave me a mission. There is a holy weapon hidden away. The Spear of Night. I have to claim it. Then use it to make a sacrifice in Lady Shar's inner sanctum. If I succeed, I'll become a Dark Justicia.
Oh, sacrifice? You intend to kill someone? Yeah.
Don't worry. This place has been empty for years. The sacrifice can't be a simple mortal. More likely it's a monster. And we're well versed in dealing with those, aren't we?
Oh, absolutely.
We need to get that spear. There's a library in this place somewhere. That's where I need to look.
Yep. So before
you kill many, but many remain. Stop! Spare our lives or face my teeth and claws. Every little death fills my head with more thoughts. It's too much, too painful. Kill one more of us and you will pay.
Okay, I didn't get this prompt before. I don't usually bargain with rats. If I let you live, what's in it for me?
There are treasures. Useless to us now, but once they had value, meaning. We hid them away, untouched for a lifetime. Keep your word, and we will reveal them to you.
Sure, I'll keep my word. Yep, your lives for the treasure? That's fine, whatever.
And you better be true to your word.
Ah, come on, Asterion. Come on. Why you gotta be rude, man?
And leave.
Oh boy. That's annoying. I'm trying to build rep with Asterion. That's the only reason I am loading. But it is also a good point to, like, to save and quit and be done with it in a second. But I need to check to see if Raphael's outside. That's about it. So I'm going to leave the dungeon. And maybe Raphael shows up outside now that we've done that? Maybe. I feel like he did before. So let's teleport here. Raphael, are you over? Oh, well, this is the wrong place entirely. Oh boy. And next time we'll get back to where we were before.
There we go.
Nothing here.
What is it?
Yeah. We can try and rest and see if that does anything. There are, like, no time constraints in this area, so. Yeah, nothing. Alright, let's try and rest and see if that's the trigger to get Raphael to show up if he tells us what's going on if we do that. I'm just really curious, because normally he is out there talking to us, but I guess we got too close that one time. Concentration broken, Hunter's Mark? I didn't even know you had Hunter's Mark up. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Okay, let's go ahead and sleep. Auto select. Nothing. Okay, fine. Well, I'll load back to that other thing, and next episode we'll get caught back up to where we were. This is Crim, signing out. If you enjoyed the episode, feel free to let me know, and let me know also if the audio sounds better, because it's kind of hard to tell whenever I'm doing this, unless I, like, have it on playback all the time.